Hello, everybody. This is the intragastric balloon, part of the tools and equipment course in the 16th Qasr Al-Aini Endoscopy, Hepatology, and Gastroenterology course. Here is Professor Dr. Mohamed Naguib Wifi. Of course, the indications of intragastric balloon is a minimally invasive and valuable method for managing obesity and related conditions used in those who are BMI more than 35 or less than that if they have certain comorbid conditions. They also offer some other roles in according to the grade of obesity. Effects, they are aiming at to stimulate the weight loss and assist with recovery from associated comorbidities with adequate safety. During that, we need to restrict the gastric capacity, and the gastric balloon can do so. Also, this restriction also offers gastric and mechanical and chemical stimulation through relationship with various gastric and exogenic factors. It affects hunger control and gastric emptying through alteration in gut hormones and peptides. Of course, it can restrict it by the volume that it takes from the gastric volume. The complications are present like pain, nausea, vomiting, GERD, gastric ulcers, balloon migration, and some serious adverse events which are uncommon like small bowel obstruction, perforation, death, and some reported cases of pancreatitis. We have types, either fluid-filled or air-filled. The fluid-filled, the most famous is the Orbera one. It is inserted under under endoscopic view, and the volume is adjusted at the time of placement. We have the SPATS adjustable balloon, which is totally adjustable, and you can use it. You readjust it several times later on, and it can be up to 1 year. The reshaped tube, which are two balloons independent connected with a silicone shaft, and the most recent is the ellipse one, which is swallowed by the patient, self-emptying later on, and no need for endoscopic intervention either during insertion or during the extraction. The air-filled ones, like the O balloon, it can be filled with 250 milliliters of air or nitrogen, and it can be swallowed as well, no need for endoscopy, and it can you can use 1, 2, or 3 balloons. And lastly, the heliosphere balloon, which is filled by 950 milliliters of air. This is the Orbera, the SPATS balloon, the reshaped U, the ellipse balloon, the O balloon, and here we can see 1, 2, 3 O balloon intragastric balloons, and this is the heliosphere. Here is an animation. The balloon is connected to a tube that is inserted under the endoscopic view. Then you fill it with air and or the fluid according to the type of balloon. And then later on, after the appropriate time, you enter again with the scoop and then puncture it with a needle and empty the balloon completely. And after that, you would extract it with the designated grasper and take it out of the stomach. I chose some videos from my collection as well, and I will show you. Here is the insertion of the tube after initial endoscopic examination to make sure that there is no anatomical contraindication for the insertion. Make sure the balloon is in, retroflex the scope to make it under vision, then a little bit withdraw it to make it only 2 to 3 centimeters below the cardia, then start filling with methylene blue saline. The methylene blue helps so that if leakage happens, you can see it in the urine because it changes the color of urine. Fill it under the vision to the designated volume, reach the appropriate volume, then test the valve for leakage, and after that, remove the tube and make sure that the balloon is in place just below the esophageal cardia, gastroesophageal junction. And for extraction, we visualize the balloon and then start to puncture it. Of course, we have to suck every remnants of fluid or food inside, fully deflate it, and make it even a paper thin balloon to be easily extracted. Then catch it with the designated grasper. Make sure that the grasper is catching the balloon well so it does not fragment during extraction. Then take it out. The last word I want to say that the expert in anything was once a beginner. Thank you very much for your attention.